Hello and welcome back. This time we are going to try the wilderness, but with me as the Union. So I will be forced to be the driving factor this time. So he's going to defend a lot further up the board, it seems, than I did. Certainly. So he gets his 6 moves to start the game with. Interesting. Wow. So he moves all the way up there to essentially pin a whole set of my units in place. Well, my general feeling here is that I am going to want to... wow, I didn't even really realize I had a unit way down here. I think I missed the fact that I had this unit available that entire game. So let's see. I mean, what I found from my defense was that coming around the flanks was going to be better. So I think one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this group out early and get them hopefully... Oh dear, they can't move that far. Okay. Got a limited amount that we can move. All right, well, he's going to move that guy now, and that's going to make it a little bit tougher for me to keep moving these guys. So that was Barlow. I'm going to leave him there. Well, he's definitely playing this differently than I did, that's for sure. All right, so let's get Bernie moving then. Thinking, actually, I probably should have done this earlier. I could move this guy, I think, to kind of pin his cavalry in place. Although I also could maybe... Oh, no, well... Yeah, I can't. I was thinking maybe I could move cavalry a little further. This one's going to be a little trickier because I can't move here because I'll end up coming out of movement, so... So unlike what he did, I'm trying to get my units down here on the south in position. That will hopefully give me some decent options. I'll hopefully pin that cavalry in place and prevent it from doing too much more that could prevent me from moving where I want to go. Hang on, before excuse me, before I move those guys, thinking that I can get these guys into a line kind of here. Not sure. Yeah, okay, that one. Let's see mine now. All right, well, I'm going to be pretty happy with this, I think, if I can finish this up here. But now the question is, how do I connect it up with everything else? I think I'm going to pull this stuff around and hopefully bring it back. So what I want to do is maybe bring this cavalry unit over here. Where it can... So I put him there. I'm kind of sealing that off a little bit. Now I just got to move. I think I just got to move. Let's see. This is Wadsworth, Griffith, Wadsworth. So I need to kind of leave all those guys where they are. Oops, sorry. Got to finish that move first. Be a little challenging, I think, unless because he should be passing soon, I would hope. Actually, sorry, that actually doesn't do what I want it to do now that I think about it. Because I can't move these guys through here. So I have to bring them up, kind of maneuver them around this way. it'll speed things. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Speed things up slightly if I move that guy to there. Okay, it won't, because I forgot about that fact. Having to really sort of maneuver around in the back here, so it's taking a long time, unfortunately, and maybe this isn't going to work out how I hope it will. All right, continue to just try to get as much as I can these units kind of around that side. But I'm going to leave maybe 3 or 4 units. Maybe not. I think I'll let those guys. All right, let's see if we can get these 4 units kind of over into that area. I'm not happy about where that unit is, I'm going to be honest with you. That unit is going to be, I think, uniquely vulnerable to an attack this turn. But I don't know. Right now, I'm not sure what I can do about it. I'm just trying to, as much as I can, spread out his line. And right now, I mean, the way I'm set up, I definitely feel like I've left myself an opportunity to be able to trace supply through here to, out of there, because I'm kind of blocking him from necessarily getting in there. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get a gap to work out, but I'm definitely putting pressure over there. Well, I don't have too many more units to move here. I just have to figure out what to do with those units up there. I think I got one cavalry unit that I need to kind of figure out where I want it to go. Once I get this guy, I'm going to get him to like up there or so. All right. Well, I think I'm going to see what I can do about wiping out Hampton over here. Because he's kind of isolated there and he can't get artillery to work for him. I don't know that I'm going to be able to necessarily pin him down, though. He's probably going to be a little bit tricky to catch. Yeah, he's going to be very tricky to catch. See if I can keep pushing him back a little bit. Because what that will allow me to do if I push him back is I can then bring these guys in on the road. They'll be a little faster to get into position. Because I've eliminated him from putting down like a zone of control here. All right, we're really close to being done here, I think. Trying to decide if I should move these guys forward a little bit more. These guys up here. I should have plenty of moves left to do what I need to do. Moves. So what I got to decide, I think I need to get this guy into play somewhere. Can't cross a ford unless using road movement. Get this guy up so that he is back. We're gonna just come around the back here. All right, so 3 more moves. I think we'll just get these guys a little bit more in line. Then we'll move him 1 more to get him on the road. That'll be it. So I didn't get these guys moved out, but everybody else has been kind of moved out. So they are going to be attacking me here. +5 versus +1. So definitely need artillery support there. All right, we did okay there. They got advantage. We got significant advantage. So they're blown. So that's good for me. So I don't think this unit can retreat if I attack it. It's not a particularly great attack, however. But if he can't retreat, he could be in some trouble. But I could also end up losing that unit, which wouldn't be a good thing. I think I'm going to pass because the thing is I've got him kind of locked in place. Are there any other attacks that make sense for me to make? That one might make sense. So I've got some support. He doesn't have support because he's disconnected. I got the +1. So let's attack that guy. Provide artillery support. So, oh boy. Oh, that's bad. I think I'm eliminated. No, I'm blown. Oh, that's really unfortunate. So now he's going to attack there. All right. It's not dissimilar. Pair of disadvantage results. Counterattack. So I am forced to retreat. 1, 2, 3. At this point, I don't think that I want to attack anywhere else. So I'm just going to pass. We'll see. He got 12 chances to attack some more if he wants to. But he's not going to. I didn't think he would. Okay. Well, a couple of blown units. They'll be back. 1 each. So Alright, so I need Grant somewhere where he can be more useful in terms of maneuver, I think. So if I put him there, I've got a lot more room to maneuver. I'm not getting the benefit of him attacking, but I still think that I need to maneuver. Plus, I've got all these units coming in. We're going to place him there. Now I can place a detachment. So the question is where to place the detachment. Now up here could be a good thing because it could choke off a little bit his ability to bring in his reinforcements, but he's not really bringing in any reinforcements this turn. So I think maybe where I'm going to put it is up here as a way of preventing his cavalry from escaping. He put his there. That's kind of sort of similar. Okay, I don't want to recall any detachments. Okay, all those guys can flip. That's fine. Disengage. Do I want to disengage anywhere? I don't think so. All these guys, well, actually, this might be the one guy I want to disengage with because I can... It'll allow me to fall back a little bit more across the river here, I think. No more disengagement, I don't think. Okay. Stevenson. Potter. Wilcox. All placed. Okay. So first things first, I think let's set up here. I'm going to try to sort of make it difficult for them, get around the back. Actually, I think let's move this guy here. I'm going to try to pin that cavalry in place. All right, well, he's kind of done me a favor, I think, there. By moving there, because he is now... Let me think. Before I start moving to... I think the first thing I want to do is get Wadsworth in there to pin them a little bit in place. Okay, he can still move there. That's not terrible, though. These units are going to come up and come after these guys. All right, that's interesting. Let's keep going with this. Definitely a little more interesting here is the Union. I still feel like I think I've got a chance to get my strategic victory, maybe. I'd have to double check, but I've got him quite a bit spread out. I feel like there's an opportunity to come in behind this Rhodes unit that I really shouldn't be passing up. See if I can get in behind here and encircle these guys. 18 moves. Okay. Oh, first things first, I'm going to have to get these guys on the board. Oh, stacked reinforcements have to be brought on first. Okay. One, two, three, four. It's going to take 4 moves for this guy to get in. 1, 2, 3, before, but now he's got roads surrounded. I could get up here to take on Hampton, but 5 more moves. Three more moves. Okay, so I'm going to be attacking roads. That's for certain. I should move this guy so I can, if I can attack this roads as well, potentially. Last move is we'll bring this guy up to there. And that is it. So in terms of tracing line of supply, this is probably the only unit that's worrying me over here. So I should probably try to do something eventually to chase this unit off, because otherwise I've got a really free shot down here. All right, so I can attack. So the first attack, the number one attack, is going to be here. Let's see how we do here. Oh, we rolled incredibly poorly. And I think we're going to be eliminated. We're blown. Well, that was unfortunate. Had that set up right. Unfortunately. That is not a good attack there. Just have to roll better. Oh my goodness. Just not really rolling very well is the problem. Counterattacking. Oof. Well, that didn't work out as well as I had hoped, by any stretch of the imagination. And I don't think I want to do any more attacking. So we'll see if he wants to do any more attacking. All right, so we're going to have to take stock here. So the biggest trick, I think, is that I've got to get some units over here. I mean, his line is in not particularly great shape right now. He does have a bunch of units coming in. But I'd like to get some units down in here. If I could take care of this unit, I could really roll through here. So I can do some maneuvering over there. If I put Grant here, but I couldn't really see if I put him in. I think I'm going to have to put Grant again in sort of maneuver mode because I just don't think... I think in order to get some units where I want them to be over here, I'm going to need Grant to be more mobile. I don't have any detachments to be placed. I'm going to leave my detachment where it is. Okay, those guys will flip. That's fine. Bernie. Where is the rest of Bernie's division? I can't remember where he came from. He came from over here. Okay. All right. I can disengage. That might be the only unit worth disengaging because I could completely isolate. Let's see where he would disengage to. I don't think I want to. Actually, let me look again. None of those guys really need to disengage. Yeah, I think I'm okay. I'm not going to disengage. No disengage. So he's got all these deployments coming in up top now. So I got to be a little careful up here because he can bring these units in. So I don't want this guy defending. Oops. Be a little bit careful. I don't want to have those guys all defending on bad terrain. So we're going to erect a bit of a defense up here. Okay. Now, can I get these guys going through? So it looks like I can't trace supply out the top, so I've got to be aware of that fact. So, since I can't trace supply out the top, I'm going to have to do is find a way to chase off That's not going to do it. Two, don't want him there. Okay. That guy's going to be hard pressed to move. It's going to be hard to get some units over there. He's actually got me kind of penned off here a little bit. Shoot, this unit is actually causing me a problem. I can't get units down here very easily. It's going to take a lot of moves to get units down there. I think my biggest possibility for winning here, that could be a problem. Can't get back there. Okay. That was unfortunate. Getting a little turned around here. I think he's got me in a good position here. Trying to get these two cavalry units. My main focus is going to be on trying to attack these two cavalry units to try to keep the south part of this opened up a little bit. So I'm going to bring this unit down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to take 5 moves to get him down. 1. 2. Actually, this is not the last turn. I'm probably actually making a huge mistake here now that I look at this. Because I've got time next turn to fix all of this. So let me not get crazy here. I've wasted a few moves. I'm going to try and get rid of this Rhodes unit. Because that will make maneuver over here a lot easier. We'll see how much he lets me get away with here. I think I'm going to have this guy get back to where to sort of connect up with his division. I moved him too south. That was a mistake. All right. This guy's, oh, that guy's in terrible shape. Oh, I blew that. This guy is in real danger of being eliminated now. Shoot. I basically blocked off his only escape route. That was actually really silly. I think it was probably blocked off anyway now that I look at it, but that was not probably the right thing to do. I am going to move this guy. Actually, let's do this. Let's make sure Rhodes is here. This first corps is in deep doo-doo. And then the question is whether or not he will let me have enough moves to get to where I can prevent F. Lee from escaping, if I can defeat him. Probably will. Oh, he's still moving, jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll need 5 more moves here to make this work. Actually, I should get this guy back into a more reasonable position. And I think that's it for me. I think I want to do anything else. Maybe move this guy. No, I don't think so, because I don't want this guy being able to kind of like escape. Put him there so he can't really get anywhere. So he's resurrected his line over here. So the big question is whether or not there's any way for me to trace supply this way. I don't think there currently is, because I think I would run into problems here and here, but I've got a chance of getting rid of both those units. All right, so he's got 10 more last chance moves. Let's see what else he might want to do. A lot more attacking than in the when I was on the defensive, that's for certain. All right. First things first. Is there anything I can do to help this guy? If I attack there, I think I should attack there, because if that guy ends up retreating, then Bernie actually has a retreat path. And if he ends up winning, then Hef has to retreat. He's in trouble. So we'll see if I can get lucky here. Oh, I just rolled. Well, he didn't roll very well either. Okay. So it might be okay here. All right. I got on the board. All right. He's attacking me there. Oof. Nobody did very well there. Okay, I'm going to force him to retreat. All right, that could work to my advantage. Now, he's +5. I'm +1. Ooh, that's not a good attack. Let's hold off on that. Let's get rid of this Rhodes unit. All right, that should, I think, get rid of that Rhodes unit. All right, I got a little bit more score. I have 11 last chance attacks. So again, the big question is whether or not I have the ability to trace supply. Well, I'm winning. I mean, he's got to come to me in some ways at this point. So I don't actually currently need to have that supply because I'm winning. Currently, I think I could trace supply. Possibly, this guy might be the only problem. What would that attack look like? Not very good. All right. Okay, so now I think this turn I'd like to get Grant providing me with attack bonuses, if I could. Because I don't have a ton of maneuver to do. At least not that I think of. He's placed his guys in maneuver mode, which I think it would be a mistake. No detachments. Not going to recall my detachment. Okay, all those guys can flip. Put my 2 blown units on the board. So what I'd like to do, okay, so I've got the ability to disengage. I don't think I need to disengage him. These two, however, I think would be good to disengage. Okay, just so that I've got some room for maneuver. Plug that line there. Ah. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. Just, oh, well, I don't think that guy can block because he's within 6. So I'm not that. So my goal is to get these guys down here to effect an attack on this guy. So I can attack that cavalry unit. Big problem is I don't think I can attack that guy because I can't get anybody. Anybody I move is going to be farther away. So what I might end up doing maybe so I can attack this Rhodes division. Is there any place else that I'm really worried about here? Really think so. Maybe blew that move. I got 5 moves left. I don't think that really helps me a ton. So I got an attack. I got an attack I can do here. I got an attack I can do here. That hopefully will be at pretty good odds in both cases. I think if I eliminate this unit, I'll have a chance to draw supply up. The last thing I'm going to do is just move this guy. Oh, I can attack or pass. Okay. Well, +4, +5. That's the same either way. We do want artillery support, which he can't get. And I can add my HQ support. So I'm going to have a pretty good attack here. But I rolled really poorly. He's counterattacking. All right. So we eliminated him. So I think that may give me my strategic victory. I've got 9 points, which is also helpful. But I think now... And he's eliminated there too. So, okay. I think now that I will be able to draw supply that'll come through here, up here, and around here. So I'm pretty sure at this point that I have what I need. We may just attack roads for the heck of it. Artillery support and HQ support. That will eliminate him. Oh, Grant has suffered a casualty. Oh, dear. I wonder what that means, actually. Oh, that means he actually is no longer in his, like, battle mode. Wow. Okay. Didn't actually realize that rule. So, at some point, you can... I've seen it roll for, like, casualties for leaders. All right. Well, at any rate, as it turns out... I'm winning handily on score anyway. So I'm just going to pass here. And I think I'll actually win a strategic victory is my guess. He's going to probably spend his last few attacks just because he might as well. It's desperation time. It's only going to make the situation worse. And I've got mostly enough artillery to sort of deal with all of these things. Well, he eliminated one of my units. This, in some ways, is what's unfortunate about this computer opponent, is they tend to really sort of just wait until the last turn and then throw everything at it, even though it's often not a particularly fruitful exercise, let's say. At any rate, this is playing itself out. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the game. I think again, it's, the computer opponent is what it is. But I think you can see, it could be a really interesting game of maneuver against a human opponent, much more interesting in that sense. So I do recommend picking it up. I'm a big fan of it. It plays relatively quick, I think, in general. And that's always a good thing to have things of that nature lying around. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, it would be great if you could leave a like, leave comments on what you're seeing, and let me know which scenario from this you'd like to see. If there's any you want to see me play next, I was thinking I'll probably play Chancellorsville next. I'm actually losing a bunch of units here right at the end. But I did win a strategic victory, so you'll probably be able to see, you can see I was able to trace that line of supply kind of just like I thought to win that strategic victory. But anyway, it'd be great if you could subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of that, and we'll see you next time on Agility Snips Gaming Table.